Start stream.
Here we go. Segments and...
Oh, music was loud. Okay, it seems like we are online. Welcome.
Oh.
Oh, it seems like that the YouTube bot didn't work.
Uh-oh.
I set it up to send a message if I have streams or uploads, but nothing happened. Oh, have they already started?
Yep.
Okay, then let's find them. Oh, and here's Yukari, who won the last season, also in League C. And I'm very interested in where she ends up today, in the qualifying, also in the race.
Agreed, yeah. We have some heavy hitters for League C today, namely, like you said, Yukari, and also Fantasy. I think he's going to do really well, or at least have a lot of respect for Fantasy. Otherwise, here we have Enderazol and Boatrace. I think those are some notable names.
Ooh. And Stinky Socks makes a voice reveal if Ralph is my name wins today.
Uh-huh. I doubt that, but whatever. Yeah, so we're here today at Trackalala for League C, which is a track made by, well, fittingly named Trackalala. I think he made it a few months ago. Yeah, it's an interesting track with a lot of different ice mixing, a few different difficult sections, especially at the end there with that little bit difficult blue ice S's section, I think. It's really easy to trip up there. Maybe an interesting spot for during the race, because people might slow down there, you have to be careful about that if you're following. Or they might go wide at the very end. We saw Yukari do that like 30 seconds ago when she went through there. It's a pretty easy section to mess up. You have to be really careful there. Otherwise, there's an interesting like 45-degree wall tap on diagonal, which I don't think we're going to see too much usage of today. It's kind of a higher level trick, but it does take a good amount of time. Oh yeah, we see Beard J actually go for it, and he sprint pretty well on it, I think. But yeah, otherwise, track is difficult in some sections, easy in some sections. I think it's a pretty solid Big C track.
Yeah, and I'm also interested how Los Tontines will do this season, because they had a very good last season in Rookie League and they got promoted, and they are still the same drivers, and I'm very interested in that battle.
Yeah, agreed.
And where they will end up. I guess, yeah, also both drivers are online today. So...
Hell yeah. Alright. Going back to the track though, I think, talking about the race, we're hosting a test race for off-season 2 today, or not today, tomorrow. On a different new track that no one's really ever seen before, and it features like a chicane early on in the lap, which we've had some commentary about it, noting that chicanes early on are going to be really chaotic because it's like you have like 15 people or so going into like one tiny little area right at the beginning of the race, so like there's not many options at the start of a race when there's a chicane like right there. And also featured on this track is another chicane on like turn 3 or so. So I'm pretty curious to see how that's going to turn out. It's going to be really chaotic. You have to drive really careful and kind of just have to pray that you don't get bumped.
Oh yeah, this chicane, I've trained a lot on this track here. This chicane is... can be very annoying. And it's not easy to get it as a League C driver, but I don't think we will see much bumps there or something like that.
Just have to wait and see.
"20 people on the server. That's a lot."
Oh, nice. Yeah. Although there's a lot of like VB and A drivers. I think there's like team advice for the teams and stuff.
Yeah. A lot of watchers today here.
Yeah, we're projected to have about 11 races for this race today. The track is about 1 minute long, so I think that's an okay driver to track length density.
Oh,
That's about
Yukari
what,
set it a new
one-
fastest lap. Oh, and Fantasy as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so I think 11 drivers, 60 seconds is like one driver per 6 seconds, which is actually kind of not the greatest for driver density. I think a nice number to have is like 3 or 4 seconds per driver, but I think 6 seconds is okay. It'll lead to best back markers, which some people like, some people don't like. Which means
and
it's gonna be a lot more about time traveling as well.
Fantasy overtook Yukari on the track here.
Oh, really? Nice.
And in the qualifying.
Yeah, she's right there. And yeah, they're on the last lap, so like really, I mean, yeah, there goes Yukari's lap. I think Fantasy probably had to sacrifice some time to get around as well.
It was a slow lap by Yukari because
he messed up on the end of the...
Oh no,
like
at turn 1 because she
went
wanted
super
to...
far
Oh,
away.
there's a wall tap in the last turn. I don't really think the wall tap in the last turn is faster.
Probably not. I don't know. It's a different line. I think different lines are about the same speed, even if it's like only 0.3 slower or something, are pretty valuable for racing at least. Maybe not for qualifying, but for racing, I think they're pretty nice to have, especially like wall tap ones like that.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get to see some people like use it well. It's always really cool to see people like use alternate lines and use cool like wall taps that people don't really use in time trialing and qualifying during a race, and they're actually working out for them. So I'm excited.
I share the stream right now. Ping for social content.
True.
No, it's also an Apple seed.
Also, it's about labs and stuff.
Yeah. Boat labs in which channel? Memes and media or?
Alright, I read it. I threw it in memes and media.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Alright, yeah, I think it's everywhere now. We're good. Okay, that's that. Ready for quality 2. Double check that everyone's here. Seems about right. Is Walter in? He is. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. Qualifying round 2. I'm curious to see how well Rom does. He doesn't drive too much nowadays, but he's been around for a long time. Yeah.
I told him to race like 8 minutes before before the planned start. We started a bit later, but yeah, I forgot to tell him that the race is, but now he's racing. I don't think he has trained it.
No, surely not.
But that makes it more interesting to see where drivers are if they don't train.
He's holding a pretty alright line through these S's.
Yeah,
he's done okay.
So
I'm a little wide there.
But
yeah.
I can't remember seeing him online the last weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure he hasn't.
And okay, he was the second one. He has the same time like Boatrace.
Nice, nice. Okay, and then Shiba completely destroying them. And then Alexander as well, I guess, completely destroying them.
Oh
nice.
yeah. I guess he's also a very fast one.
Yeah, yes. I don't know too much about him, honestly. He's part of my sister team now, so I'll get to talk with him a little bit. But
I
yeah.
only know that he most likely comes from El Saco.
Oh yeah, I think that sounds about right. Yeah.
Oh, Valtu. What is he doing? What the hell?
I don't think Walter knows what's happening.
Eh? He was racing.
Yeah, I think he's a bit new to this.
Okay.
Oh, here he goes. He's just gonna... Okay, there we go.
Yeah, Boatrace made a new personal best lap. Rom not.
Rom bumps out Zed's result. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of bumping this quality, I think, because Walter clearly, as you just saw, is kind of new to this. I think his skill level is a little bit on the low side as well. I'm excited to see how he does, but I think he's gonna hold up a lot of people, at least during this quality race, and probably just during the normal race as well. But yeah, then we also have Rom, who just held up both Za Enderazol and Shiba. But then Shiba actually get past Za Enderazol. So I think Ender is gonna have to like hold back a little bit and just kind of wait and make a larger gap between the two of them, so he can actually get a good lap without being held back. It looks like Shiba's a slower pace than Ender.
Yeah. League talks. I'm still sharing the video.
Yeah.
I'm on so many Discord channels with the topic boat racing, so
I see.
also a lot of small channels.
Yeah, as Ender's all holding back a little bit. Hope he doesn't block him. Nope, he has a lock in there behind him. Alright, here he goes. Got about 3 laps left in this quali, I think. Just about. Unless people mow really hard. Like really, really hard or something. So, I think some people might be on like the last lap or so. Last 2 laps.
Okay, I guess I shared it on a lot of servers.
Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah, I think for the race today, it's gonna be, we have a lot of like League R drivers in this race. A lot of lower level drivers, I think. So for these top runners like Fantasy and Yukari, it's gonna be primarily about getting around these people, setting good lap times, and good pit strategy if they can't get around backmarkers. That's gonna be kind of the
They play a
name of the game
Discord
today.
game in the stinky Haas and so on team chat.
It might be it's like the rocket logo, yeah? Yeah, I think it's... Oh no, they're actually playing a game. Nice. Because you can like do YouTube watch togethers, and that's how we play music sometimes in ABG.
Yeah.
So I thought that's what they were doing, but no, they're actually just playing a game. Nice. Killing some time, maybe getting some nerves off of them. For a lot of these like newer drivers or people who aren't like veterans in the boat community, boat racing community, I think these races can be a little bit stressful. Or like, you know, you really want to do well because you're new and like it's a whole new world and stuff. So it is good for people like them to keep their mind off of boat racing just for a little bit while they wait for this quality round to finish, so they can, you know, keep sharp mental for the actual race.
Yeah. Here is Valtu and here is its Shiba. Let me check. Oh, I got 2 pings.
It's interesting. I don't think Za and Rizal like are really improved at that. I mean, I might be totally wrong about that, but I think yeah, like their first lap was their fastest, and they haven't really improved since. It's interesting. I wonder if it's like the back markers and stuff that might have led to that happening. Boatrace though, improving on that last lap, passing its Shiba by about 0.35 seconds. Nice. Haven't been paying attention to him that much this qualifying round, so.
Hello, Carius M. He wrote, "No one knows who I am." It's true. I don't know who you are.
Yeah. Agreed. Same. Oh, Saab coming in. I think he's a reserve for your team, yeah? No.
Who?
Eh? Saab, 2003. No, he's not in rookie or.
No,
League.
he is League B driver. He can't race here.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Alrighty. Just waiting on Walter now. I think. Alright, that should do it. Yeah, alrighty.
Alright, where are... There are the overall results. So we are not far from the race anymore.
Right.
Let's share that. Where's the channel there? Results.
How many laps do you want to do? We got about 35 minutes, 30 minutes. Like 25 laps? It's about 25 minutes racing, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay. 25. And then 2 pits as per usual. 2 pits and 25 laps is not that many pits, but I don't want to make it complicated for the drivers.
Yeah, interesting is Fantasy is in pole position, and Yukari is on P2.
Yeah. Alrighty. You ready, Julian?
Wait, let me say the grid. Okay, on pole position is Fantasy. On the second spot in row 1 is Yukari Yakumo. On P3, Max Dash. Then we have Beartier, Zaenda Azul, Boatrace, It's Shiba, Ralph is my name, Pilk, Rom, and Valtu. And that's the grid for today. From my side we can start now.
Let me make sure they're all ready. Shiba and Rom ready? They don't seem to be moving.
Rom is ready, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, here we go. Heat, start. Wait. Alright.
2,
Here we
1.
go.
And that was the start. Oh, so many trees are here.
Here's the chicane coming up. Both front two getting through fine. Everyone seems to be getting through fine. No one's bumping.
Yukari messed up.
That was as clean as you can. Oh. Oh, Yukari messes up hard. She's fighting for second now. She has someone right. She has Zander. Oh, Zander messes up hard though. Loses a position to Max Dash. Honestly, I want to say that was chaotic, but for a race start, that wasn't that bad so far. The gaps have gotten large though. Like there is a huge gap between 1 and 2, or huge for like the start of a race.
Yeah.
And like you see on like the sidebar, like we got like 2 second, 3 second gaps on these like first 7 drivers.
Oh,
which
it's
is like
Shiba left the game, joined the game.
Oh. That's such for Shiba.
No, she can continue.
No? Alright.
She can.
She can? Yeah.
Is she continuing? Continue?
I don't think so. She's just kind of chilling on the sides. Yeah, alright. I think she's gonna stop. Alrighty. That's sad. 10 people race. There she goes.
Alright.
But yeah, we have pretty large gaps. Like, I was expecting it to be a little bit closer at the beginning at least. But now it's like, these are pretty boring gaps. Oh, Fancy making it interesting though. Messing up a little bit on that packed ice chicane. Gap goes down to 1.5 seconds. That's pretty close to striking range for Yukari. Although, to be fair, we aren't going to see that much in these opening maps because, well, there's not many back markers. And I think they're at skill level where they can do good laps without really messing up too much. But then again, she just caught up a bunch. She's right there now. She's within striking range. If Fancy messes up again hard and Yukari sees it coming, she can absolutely get past him. Fancy just has to play it calm, collected. Just, go with the flow. Set some good laps in. Don't mess up. Yukari milling it up on the outside. A little bit of tension relieved for Fancy. I'm not sure if he knows though, so he might be a little bit stressed still. No one going for the wall tap. Interesting. But yeah.
I think it's just too risky.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if you practice the track a lot, you can maybe get it down consistently enough. But I think, I don't know if these guys really practice that much for this race.
But
So.
Beat gone for a wall tap.
Yeah, I think, he was the one who did it during quali. So,
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
I also saw him training.
See.
Okay, but still the closest battle is on P1 here. P1 and P2.
Yep. They're just right next to each other. They're right there. They're zoned in. It's a 25 lap race. We're only at the very beginning. Things are gonna change a lot throughout this race as we catch up to some back markers. We have some like rookie level drivers in this race as well, so like that's gonna add a good amount of spice to this race later on. But for now, it's just gonna be clean air for the front runners. Oh, Fancy messing up hard on the inside. With the particle lag back, he stays barely in front. He takes a slightly worse line, but doesn't get punished. He has to play really careful right here. I mean, if I'm Yukari, I'm also scared, because if I take a turn badly, I can just get bumped. Okay, and she's gonna get bumped, like, right here. She's still in it, but, like, it's dangerous. She has to consider if it's gonna be worth staying right here, or if she should just, like, get out of the way and reset back to what it was beforehand. But she's doing way better on these S's. Fancy goes a little bit wide. That gives the overtake to Yukari for P1. Now Fancy's in the position.
A very solid overtake here.
Yeah. She nailed it on those S's.
But
There it goes again. Okay.
Is that the most interesting battle?
Yeah, this is crazy. Alright. Chicane coming up. Let's see how they do it. Just fine. Absolutely. I want to see them do a wall tap. That'd be interesting. Yeah, she was a bit faster. I think she got maybe particle lag back. Oh, then Fancy is super wide there. Trade positions. Wait, no, he's still in front. What?
Whoa.
I'm gonna see his particle lag back. So we're still there in the danger zone. It's been a whole lap since they've entered this kind of scenario. Oh, and then okay, yeah, there it is. All right, reset back to how it was. That's that. And with all that, Max Dash, I think, might have caught up a little bit. You see that gap going down from 3.8 to 3.1 just now. They were dragging, I guess, P1 and 2 were dragging each other down, which makes sense if you're fighting. You're going to drag each other down a little bit and give P3 and everyone else a chance to, catch back up a little bit. So he's right there. If he can set some solid maps in and his P1, P2 keep fighting, then, I mean, he can catch up and be in that fight now.
Oh, and Ralph is my name.
It's right there.
Val2 and Boatrace are in a battle here.
And like they're P1 and 2 are catching up to them right now. We're only on map 5 of 25, and yet we're gonna have back markers. Ralph is holding up P1 and 2. This is very chaotic. Yukari getting in there, overtaking, but Fancy is still in there. He's still in the danger zone. He can still fight back. It's looking bad though for him.
Yukari has the better line now. Oh,
and there's the bump. Okay, so Yukari takes P1 for now. Gets the overtake on one of the 3 back markers. Coming up on Walta here.
And another
Walta goes
overtake.
to the side. Yeah, Yukari's getting really lucky with these back marker behaviors. She got around Walta just coincidentally because he happened to mill right then. But Fancy having to go a little more through rough times getting through these back markers though just fine. He's past Rolf if he doesn't take any bad
and
lines.
now Max Dash is behind Valtu.
Yeah, and you can see that gap went from what it was like 3 seconds to now 5.5. Oh, and then Fantasy decides to pit. Interesting decision by him. He doesn't have any back markers directly in front of him anymore.
Oh,
I mean, there's one in front of Yukari, so maybe he's betting on Yukari catching up to his back marker and being held back and he can get the undercut.
Yeah, but he also overtook these 2 back markers and now he's again behind them.
Oh, yeah, that's also true. Not the best call, I think, on his end.
And Max Dash is also not far from him.
Damn. Yeah, he's caught up to these back markers immediately. That's not good. But yeah, judging by the how long he was in the pits and how the gaps changed to him and Yukari, I think a pit is about 18 seconds. I could be wrong on that, but that's a rough estimate.
Oh,
Alright, so
Yukari
Fantasy gets
messed
past
up
one.
a little bit.
Oh, he gets past. Okay, Fantasy just got a double overtake on the back dash chicane because both 2 people in front of him messed up. He's right behind Walton now. It's dangerous. Walton's a bit of a
Yukari in
new
the
driver.
pit.
So.
Yukari in the pit.
Nice defensive play by her, trying to prevent that undercut by Fantasy. Good awareness on her end. I think Fantasy, if he planned out maybe a little more on where he's going to end up after a pit,
Max
that could have gone
Dash
better
now
for
on
him.
P1.
But I think... Oh, Max Dash on P1, let's go. Let's go. Let's see how long he can hold it up. He does have a vlog clean air though. So, I mean, if
Yukari was
and
waiting.
Fantasy...
Yukari was waiting for Fantasy a little bit, and then
Wait, what?
then Fantasy drove right into Yukari.
What?
Like- Oh,
Oh, I
Yukari
missed
is
that.
waiting.
Oh, what the fuck? What is this?
She wants
What
to
is
fight.
this? What? What's going on? What's inside her head? What? I'm like, is she like? Does she think it wasn't fair? Like what?
Maybe.
I mean, I can see. Yeah, because like if like she thought something went unfairly, like against Fantasy, and like I guess it would be like a gentleman thing to do to like give him the position. But I don't know what it could have been. Like nothing's really like he's gotten a little bit more unlucky than Yukari with the backmarker behavior. But like I mean, otherwise like that's just racing. That's not even. Maybe I mean, it could have been a computer issue. It looked like she was way too prepared though. Like it looked like she entered the mode. Like she went on the outside. Totally like in a position totally ready to like go back into the track.
But do you know
Like,
what
she
it
wasn't, like-
means?
Huh.
What happens to Max Dash now?
Yeah, so yeah, the pit delta is about 18 seconds, so I think he's still technically like 3rd in total time, but like that gap can change. Although Fantasy and Yukari have a lot of clean air, just like Max Dash. I think if I'm Max Dash, like I would say kind of just wait, stay out of the pits, unless you come up on back, which he is. He's coming up on back markers. He's coming up soon. So it's kind of unlucky for him. I think he's gonna have
Fantasy
to
messed
pit
up.
when he's about to.
Yukari is now
Oh.
right behind him.
Yeah, they're right there. They're neck and neck. On these S's, Yukari has a better line as we've seen in the previous laps. Let's see if Fantasy can hold off. He does. Takes a better turn and entry on this hairpin right here. Still danger zone though right here. Like they're still fighting. Man, this is crazy. Okay, no one goes for the wall tap. We have someone. Oh, Max Dash coming through the pits right now. He's not going to make it in time. He's going to end
And
up
I
P3
also have to
right
say,
behind them.
Fantasy has the world record in Trackalala,
Ooh.
and
Uh-huh.
Yukari, I don't know how much training she has, but maybe it's just the experience.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, Max Dash messing up a wall tap though. It's gonna increase the gap. That's not what you want to see right now, because like he was right behind them. He had a chance to like be right there in case they messed up. But I guess yeah, now the gap is wider. They don't have that many back markers coming up. I think he's just gonna have to get some good laps in and hope they don't take off.
I would like to see a 3-person battle, but Max Dash is a little bit too far.
Yeah. Unfortunate mistake on his end. Yukari is playing really tight with Fantasy. Like she's right behind him. That's not too safe, honestly. I think she could be a little bit safer and back off a little bit. Like there's still enough. Like it would still leave enough time for her to like get an overtake if Fantasy happened to mess up.
Rom in the
She
pit.
just have to be right here for that to happen. Alrighty. Dangerous section. Hope he doesn't bump. Alright. Nice. The gap with max dash, okay, I was about to say it's going down, but it went back. It was at like 2.6 and then went to 2.0 and then back to 2.4.
Yeah, it's...
I think it went down, but...
It
yeah.
looks like it stays the same. So he
About,
has the
yeah.
same pace, but is not fast enough to come closer.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Although the time is going down, it's now 2.05. So it is
And
technically getting
Ralph
closer.
is my
Yeah,
name.
he's right there.
Ralph is
Oh.
my name. Fights also
Really?
against Valtu.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
you
Yukari
probably
in a
goes for a
pit.
pit. Interesting.
Max Dash continues.
I don't know what she's thinking, dude. Like, at first she lets him by, and now she like pits behind him. That's interesting.
Maybe
like,
she
if you-
hopes that some backmarkers are coming.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know why she would like. What's her reason for pitting if she like stayed behind and let Fancy pass? Like, huh?
Oh, but the
I don't
next backmarker is Boatrace, and he's very far away.
See.
But what was that? Oh, Ralph is my name, and Y2 are in front of Boatrace. Yeah, now now
is going down.
Y2 is the next person to overlap. Yeah, he's not that far anymore.
Yeah, no, Fancy can catch up to him in like a couple laps. I'm wondering if Yukari just went for a pit because she knew that she outpaces Fantasy, and then she wants to just get like a natural undercut without like
Yeah.
because
Fantasy pit now.
yeah, Fantasy does go for the pit. Then Max Dash probably the lead of the race, and then I guess yeah, Fantasy just realizing what Yukari might be doing, going for that pit to try and like prevent that natural undercut with pace. Yeah, Yukari's gonna actually, yeah, she's right there. The gap is about the same. Actually, the gap has kind of increased. Yeah, it has. It's gone up to 3 seconds. It used to be only like 1 second, but now it's 3. One that she messed up a little bit. Now Max Dash is back in first place. He's gonna come up on Waltz soon, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a little bit of trouble for him. Like, it's a tough spot. So, like, I want to say, like, I think the right play is actually to stay out, get past the back markers, and then
No,
try
it's
to
not.
get like the undercut.
In front of Valtu are more backmarkers. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
he can't see
you
it.
kind of have to. If you want to aim for first, if you pit now, that's not the play, because now you're getting behind P1 and 2.
Yeah, he's
But he does
betting.
go for the pit. Okay.
He would just lose more time if he stays out.
So the strategy, what I'm trying to refer to, is like if he can get past the back markers without that much trouble, which is a big if. I'm not saying it's likely, but like you have to figure outs here. If he could do that, then he can get past the back markers, have clean air, and then maybe spend these last 13 laps outpacing everyone out like Fantasy and Yukari and not getting held up by the back markers, and then pit in front of them and be in first. That's what I was referring to. It's like, it's not like likely that he'll be able to get past the back markers without much trouble, but like it's possible. And that's kind of what he has to play to at this point. But oh well. Are your chunk loading, is your chunk loading okay, Julian?
Yeah, for me it's fine.
Okay. It's a little bit slow on my end. I hope it's not affecting the races too much. Fantasy messing up a little bit. Yukari is right there. Fantasy's still technically in front. Yes, tight. Again, we have another one of these fights. This is the third time in this race. It's only been 14 laps. We're only like about halfway through the race. Man, this is a good battle. Alright, Yukari going a little bit wide. She has to be really careful bumping here. Oh no, she takes the faster line through this chain. Although I think Fantasy might have had better exit speed. Oh, then Waltz is here. Oh, Yukari bumps Waltz, and yeah, okay, there goes that. But they both have to stay really careful here. Fantasy's past Waltz. Okay, now it's just Yukari who has to get past. She faces, yeah, there's the bump, and
there's
Max
Max
right there.
Dash.
if Max Dash knew about Walta, he could have maybe taken a different line and gone around Yukari. Because like in that scenario, you have to if you're Max Dash, you have to predict that happening. You have to take an outside line, just so you can get around that. Just so you can get around like a crash right there.
Oh,
There's another one.
Yukari
And again, he makes the same mistake. You have to go around. Like you're gonna lose time. I get that, but like you have to like for like a scenario like this with a back marker like Walta and Yukari, you can't like it's gonna happen. These bumps are gonna happen. You have to be ready for them. Yukari slightly getting past, taking the wall tap line. There it is. Going around, yeah. That was great usage of the wall tap line by Yukari. Exactly what I was talking about earlier. It's a slower line in total, but like if you they do have use during a race. You saw it right there. She used it to get the cleanest overtake on Walta without having to take the same line and possibly getting bumped. That was great usage, great recognition by Yukari.
Yeah, and Fantasy is now stuck behind the next back marker. Ralph is my name.
Okay. And there's another one not too far off after him. The gap has definitely increased between P1 and 2. But this back marker should give Yukari a good amount of hope. I'm not too sure how good Fantasy is at overtaking. He hasn't had too much trouble this race so far, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal for him. But he's getting held up. You can see that gap going down another 0.4. He's right there. The gap went down 1.5 seconds in between checkpoints. Okay, Fantasy's close. I wonder if he'll do the same. I don't think he will. Now he takes the normal line, gets bumped on the block. Yukari's right behind him once
Yukari.
again.
She just got that gap back.
Oh, Ralph! Oh man! Oh, that destroyed Yukari because Ralph kind of just went outside and didn't join back immediately. He kind of just sat there, and then I guess Yukari wasn't ready for that. And then Fantasy just got by, and then, damn. Oh, we have another back marker again. Pilk. Right in front of Fantasy again. Yeah, Yukari getting slightly past the Ralph. He's in the danger zone, or she's in the danger zone. Takes a slightly better line. She'll get the rod block. Yep, and there it is. She's basically past. As long as she doesn't mess up a turn or something, she should be past Ralph. Yep. Alright, and she's catching back up to Fantasy, who's on right behind Pilk. Pilk goes super far wide in the exit of the S's, and Fantasy just gets to go past. It looks like Pilk will actually kind of let him through. Yeah, he goes right in front of Yukari. Okay, there it is. Alright.
Pilk, what are you doing?
Like, if you look at these, if you look at the sidebar, like, the top, like, 3 or so, like, are really close, but then everyone else is so far away from each other.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to neglect these other drivers, but, like, it's kind of just, like, there's nothing else happening. I mean, there's BRWC a whole 10 seconds behind Ender, but, like, that's kind of it. So, yeah. This is a very entertaining battle for firsts, though. Absolutely. Max Dash falling behind a good amount again. Yeah, he fell another 3 seconds behind, so he's now 9 seconds behind Yukari. Not looking too good for him. All pits have been used up. We are not, like, we're still a good portion of the race to go. Like, we still have, what, 7 laps left? That's a fine amount of time.
Rome is defending.
And there goes Yukari, taking that P1 pretty easily. She's also worried about Rom. Okay, she's halfway past.
He was very well defending here.
Yeah. Oh, then Rom gets... Yeah, Rom... There goes Rom.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yukari goes to the wall tap line, just in case.
I guess he's
Very
the
solid.
only no boat cam driver here on the grid.
Oh, Rom, really? I
Yeah,
see.
he's no boat cammer.
Nice. Yeah, that ends Yukari P1 of the race. Again. This is crazy. Oh, you fancy going for the desperation wall tap, trying to close that gap a little bit. Let's see if it paid off. I don't think it... I mean, I think it kind of did, actually. Yeah, the gap seems to be a little smaller now.
But look how far Max Dash is now.
Yeah, he's ways off.
He can't... he is struggling while overtaking Ralph is my name.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like, if I'm Max Dash, like, I'm kind of just, like, 9 seconds behind. I have to pray that, like, P1 and 2 get held back by backmarker. That's another 3-second loss by Max Dash. Now 12 seconds instead of 9. But yeah, like, you kind of have to pray if you're Max Dash that P1 and 2 get held back by backmarkers. But really, what's happening in this race is P1 and 2 are killing it at getting past these backmarkers. They are not carrying at all. So, like, I don't think there's that much hope left for Max Dash. P3 is solid. But, like, I'm sure you wanted better.
Look, it's Shiba is back in the race. But...
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
But look at the gap.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
But
Little
if someone is disconnecting here, then she has 1 point. So
yeah, I guess. Alrighty. Yeah, we have Yukari coming up on 2 back markers right here of Boatrace and Walta. I think Boatrace is a better driver of the 2 back markers, but I think he's getting held back by Walta as well. Yukari is right there now. Fantasy not too far behind. If Yukari gets held back a little bit, that can put Fantasy in the striking range of Yukari. Oh man, this is crazy! Three people in danger zone right here. Going through the S's, 1 goes out. Yukari gets past both of them on the edge of the S's. Great driving by her. Phenomenal. Fantasy getting held back a little bit by his backwards. Oh, it goes around one of them with a particle back with the 2 of them. He gets past both of them. Very lucky by him. That may be very important.
and
Yukari
Max
nagging a
Dash
little bit.
can't overtake him. And it's also
Oh damn, really?
a back marker overtake there. Ah no, he overtook.
Okay, there it is. The gap has gone so large. It's gone from like 9 seconds to 15. That's you hate to
It's
see it.
Shiba bumped Fantasy, and the Fantasy is now behind
Oh.
Racetrack.
That happened 5 seconds. Oh man, yeah, this is looking like a. I mean, I was gonna say it's looking like a win for Yukari, but we have 5 laps left, and there's so many back markers everywhere. Really, like the race is not over yet.
Ah well.
Fantasy getting past the 2 of them, proving me right. This race is not over yet. If Yukari gets destroyed by some back marker,
Yukari has so much clean air now.
Yeah, that's the thing though. We do have Pilk and Walta, who is still 1 pit left to do. But yeah, like the nearest back marker is on turn 2 now. And BRWC. It's not too far off, but like it's only a couple laps left, or like 4 laps left. Yeah, the gap between P1 and 2 has increased a good amount. It's now 6 seconds. If you're Fantasy, you can just have to pray for back markers and try to set some good laps in. That's all you can really do at this point.
And look at Max Dash. How far he is.
Yeah, it's kind of over for him. I think Fantasy went for the wall tap on that diagonal. That's the right play right there. Like if you want P1, you have to do risky stuff like that, like doing this wall tap that you're not familiar with. Just try to close the gap as much as you can. Like especially in his scenario, the next person who can pass him is 16 seconds behind him. That's not going to happen. He can mess up in 3 different ways and still be in front of P3. So it's absolutely the right play to go for these risky strats. Try to catch up. Unless you're flying with P2, which I guess it's technically okay. Like if I were him, I'd still be gunning for P1, just doing risky stuff, because there's literally no risk in doing risky stuff, because you aren't gonna get overtaken by P3. But P2, I mean, it's understandable if you want to just settle and be like, okay, let's just send some easy, clean laps, just take this P2, go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so messing up a little bit on this chain. That might just spell the end for him. Loses about a second or so. Just the wall tap, nice. Oh, Yukari messed up a little bit too, I guess, because the gap went down even after Fantasy messed up.
She messed up
Yukari
in the
messed enough
chicane.
hard. I see. Yeah. No back markers for a good amount. Got BRWC. They're coming closer. Yeah, Yukari is only 2 turns behind now of BRWC. BRWC mows. We're gonna have another back marker for these few final laps. See if Fantasy can take advantage of that and catch up a little bit. Because it's not just it's 1 back marker. She has 2 back markers to get past, but then again, we have seen her kick ass at overtaking back markers this race. She's doing phenomenally. So I'm not sure how much these back markers can affect her. But there's a win condition for Fantasy, and she messes up, and Fantasy's ready to overtake.
Yeah,
she gets past 1 though. There it is. And then
but
second
when Yukari passed them, Fantasy also have to pass them.
Yeah, but at least okay. Well, she's passed both of them now. Completely, she's so good. What the fuck? What the hell? She's killing out here. But yeah, I mean, at the very least, if she gets held back, Fantasy can be right behind her. You can end the race still being behind the 2 back markers. But if you if Yukari got bumped super hard, that can then Fantasy P1, and then you just have to defend for 2 laps. and just knock it past. Yeah, we have another back marker in Walter right here. I think he's just going to go wide, and yeah, let's give Yukari a nice lucky overtake.
But Bia has also a very solid race today.
Uh-huh. I haven't been paying attention to him that much, but yeah. Like, we've seen a lot of back markers this race, but BRWC has not really ever been a back marker. Just now is he finally becoming one after, like, what, 22 laps, 24 laps? So yeah, I think he's done a solid today. Oh, Fancy gets past Beer. Has to get past Walter on the straight. Oh, he gets bumped. Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Oh.
Got 2 laps left. Or really, no, this is the final lap.
We have a problem
Yeah, so
at Coconut Mall. Kermanite told me when she takes the Joker lap, then her boat destroys itself.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's fun. Trying to fix that problem. Damn. We'll have to give people spare boats so they can be ready to place them if the boat breaks. I think if Yukari pits right now, she's gonna not win the race. Yeah, I gotta get it. She stays out. Cat to Fancy has increased.
Wait, she pits?
So
What?
much. No, she did not. No, the Fancy. Yukari.
Standing?
Yukari? They're right there. Yukari. Yukari? Okay. I get she,
What?
okay, well, there.
Fantasy won the race!
Fantasy wins! Fantasy wins!
What was that?
Okay, I guess.
Max
Sure.
Dash on P3.
Why not? Why not? Okay. If she wants that to happen, sure. Sure. She totally deserved to win that race. I think she outperformed Fantasy in basically every field. But I guess if that's what she wants, it's her decision to make. But yeah, I mean, I was very entertained by that race. That was a really good race, especially for P1 and P2 fight.
Yeah.
That was extremely good.
So,
Not what I was expecting though. I was kind of like, wait, what the fuck is your car doing?
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, but like, yeah. Oh. Alrighty.
Beard here on P5. Oh, and look at it's Shiba's time. She gained so much time. Still on P11, but wow. She just gained more than a minute on Valtteri.
Walter, yeah. Walter is on lap 23 to 25, so it's technically not over. Like, I mean, no, he has to lose like 2 minutes per lap. Or a minute per lap.
Yeah,
that's probably not
way
happen.
too much.
Yeah. But that is kind of funny that the gap didn't like close that much. That shot needs Shiba.
Raw,
yeah.
not finishing. One more lap.
Alright.
And there is Ralph is my name.
And found that as well.
The next one should be Pilk.
Pilk seems to be a good ways back. I think they're a whole lap behind. I don't know what happened to them. Oh, Pilk's on the last lap as well. Interesting. Oh, no. So I thought... Yeah, never mind. Oh, Ralph is 3 seconds behind. Maybe. Rom doesn't have any back markers. I mean, Rom could mess up hard, though. The gap is kind of closing. They're coming in on, like, that sector of the track, though. So, I mean,
Oh, Yukari says, can't wait to see you or to fight against you in the next race. Fantasy.
Very sportsmanlike behavior coming from Yukari. I dig it.
I'm also
Nice.
very
Loved it.
excited to see that battle.
Yeah. Like, if we get a whole season of this shit, that's VGC is the best league. Like that, this race has been awesome. For like P1-2 fight. So excited to see more of this. Absolutely.
Oh, and 3 drivers finished. Pilk finished,
Yep.
Rom finished, and Fantasy. Wait, Fantasy? No. No, Ralph is my name. Finished.
Alright, and we have Walta on map 24 and 25, and then Ichiba probably like map 23. Map 22, now map 23.
And the drivers
Alright,
are on the podium. Look at the podium. We have 2 winners today.
I'd say that, yeah, sure. I also feel like a winner. I got to watch that shit. I got to watch that awesome fight. That was great.
Today both are the winners here. Wait, no snowballs. There are still drivers who are driving.
Yep, we still have a couple drivers. Ichiba's in that 23 25.
Yeah.
Another few minutes.
And here's Ichiba. Where is Suweltu? Ah, here. He is in the last lap.
One more! Oh wait, no, I thought that was Waltz crossing the line. Never mind. Well, Walter's on his final map. Let's go, Walter.
Now in the second last turn. Last turn. And
nice.
He finished.
No, Pokemon was already finished. Off the track! Off the track! Walter first place? In spirit, he can get first place.
Well, today it was Suwaltu's first race. First ever race, maybe.
I think so, yeah. And he did kind of just join, like, we kind of just threw him into the BRWC race. So this isn't even like the lowest league. I wonder if he should do a lot better in the ER. Although it is Coconut Mall, so like that's kind of it might be a little bit chaotic for him. Nice chaotic second race.
Okay, let's see where is. Oh wait, I'm still creative. GP. It's Shiba. Where is she? She's in
still
the
gone.
last
She's still
lap.
gone. Yep.
And look at the time. Wow.
What? There we go.
And that is the race result. And here's the podium. Here are so many drivers who should not be on the podium. But well.
Good race. Excellent race.
Okay, I would say that's the end of the stream. But don't forget to watch Rookie League. But we make it in a different stream. Oh, we have 7 watchers right now.
Let's go.
Nice. Okay, but I have to end the stream now. And the next stream will be streamed by Laser.
Yeah, let's go. Alrighty.
Okay, see you in the next stream. Bye bye.
See you guys.